What's going on, everybody? My name is Echo Codex and welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to take a little bit of a spin out in the new BG's meta. It's the damage over time power shield meta. Right now we're at Gamma 1, 71 rating. Didn't really play too much of this meta, but I feel like my deck is actually pretty good for it. And I just wanted to test out a couple of matches and see how it goes. So we got our first opponent here. Art is Master K. Alright, let's see. In terms of bans here, I really don't like Sentinel. He is super strong for this meta, especially with his Incinerates and his immunities. Let's see. Wolfie's also very strong, but he's only rank 3. I don't really want to deal with Serpent and High Evolutionary. Yeah, we'll just ban those guys out. Thing has been such a great pick for me, so I'm glad. I don't like that he banned that out. I think I gotta go with Nico here, because he could always pick up his Wolf or his Nico, and then Deathless Thanos is not nearly as good. So he goes with Jean and Carolina there. Alright, I think I'm gonna pick up my Thanos here and probably just Scorpion. Fam's also a really good pick due to his power drain. Throwing him on defense, he can catch a lot of people off guard, but Carolina just kind of wrecks him, so can't exactly do that in this match here. Now we have Hulkling and Nico. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the Penny because Hulkling doesn't work against Penny in this meta. And I'm also going to pick up the Kushala. Yeah, Penny actually is one of my most recent rank 4s. Check out the short on that, but she's really good for this meta because her normal counters of Hulkling and Gallon don't really work. She's poison and Incinerate immune, so it makes it pretty difficult for the opponent to deal with her. For the final two, I'm thinking just Bastion and Havoc here. I've been really enjoying Havoc as a dual threat in BGs, especially because a lot of people don't have that armor up champion to deal with him. So he's actually been gaining a lot of value recently, given that the new tech champions don't necessarily have the armor up buff that they need. Alright, so first we're just going to toss down Penny on defense. He's going to put Hulkling against it, but it's not going to actually work because the Hulkling has no damage over time effect, so he can't do any damage to the Penny. He goes with his Nick Fury. I think I'm just going to go Kushala? Yeah, Kushala here. Oh, and he ends up dropping his Carolina. Interesting. Carolina shouldn't work at all against Penny because she is totally Incinerate immune. I guess she could still do the damage from the special attacks, but it's not going to be as strong. That's one of the few tech matchups that Carolina can't actually take. So here we just want to build up to our special one and get those Incinerates applied. So the way that you have to build up power in this meta, with Kushala at least, you gotta make sure you get your 10 buffs on them. From there, it becomes a lot easier because you can drop that SP1 and then they just melt. We really need to get a lot more power though because he's gonna purify all of that when he goes into his second life. But that's okay. Just want to push him to his SP2 now. We're going to drop this and then immediately go for the heavy. Oh, okay. Well, not great. Not great. Yeah, an unfortunate one there. Yeah, I just kind of went for the speed and we got clapped. Yeah, I kind of had to go for it. If I went for it, maybe we could have done something and we connected it, but there was no way I was going to make that SP2 in time, so. For round 2, he drops Nico. Interesting. Okay, I think we just drop Havoc here. He's either going to have to Kushala. I guess he could Jean Grey it, but that's the only option that he has. Yeah, and we're just going to go for Scorpion. This should be pretty fast for us. I generally like to go for the Rupture one, even when we're immune and could do Shock, but I generally like to go for the Rupture against the Mystic Champions. They tend to not have a lot of high physical resistance, but a lot of them do have some energy resistance. So here we want to build up to the SP2 if we can, and then just win the game with the single special. Doesn't really matter what special we push the Nico to because we're immune to the poisons, but SP2 I find to be a lot easier to dodge than the SP1, and you don't have to deal with the miss. So for me personally, just push to the SP2, dodge the two tornadoes, then the lightning bolt. This should do a ton of damage here. Yep, and now if we can just build up to an SP1 and drop that, should be pretty quick. Drop the SP1. Now the next special attack she drops, she should just take a ton of damage from. And there we go. Scorpion's pretty good in this meta just because he has the versatility of the different debuffs. And yeah, we out sped here, or we got the higher score here, just because Havoc probably did a ton of damage to that Jean Grey from all the neuroshocks. He probably put up a whole bunch of his plasma charges on her, and she just got eviscerated. So the final match, I think we just drop down the Deathless Thanos. He's going to put down Kushala, but it takes her a while to get through Thanos, especially with his protection in this meta. He is just such a beast. Hulkling, that's totally fine. We just go Nico, and we just incinerate him from the very beginning. He has so many buffs in the beginning that when we put on that buff immunity, it's just going to go a little crazy. Probably should have used the Bastion actually for that first fight now that I think about it, but I needed to save that for the Jean Grey in case he dropped that on defense. So here it should just be pretty clean and quick. Because of that buff immunity debuff, we're going to be putting a lot of acid burns on him. Just want to go for this SP1 here. Refresh that buff immunity, and he is, yeah, absolutely melted. That was like, what, a 10-second fight? Yeah, 16-second fight with the load time. So 53,000 should just be an insta win there. I don't think Kushala can even take down Thanos fast enough, even if it's at full HP. Nico is just so good against those high buffed champions, but yeah, especially Hulkling. It's such a fun matchup, especially in this meta where your specials are just doing so much damage. Nico just goes crazy. And yeah, he finished the fight actually pretty fast there, with pretty high health, but you know, GG's. Give out the Captain America emote, you know, the good game. But yeah, alright, now on to our next matchup. Okay, and now for our second match here, we have Zed 94. Let's see what the deck has to offer. Alright, a Dark Phoenix, that's an insta-ban. Taking out that Serpent as well. Oh, he has a rank 4 Weapon X. I don't like that, but I think I gotta take out... no, I gotta take... Ooh, there are a lot of things that I want to ban here. I want to ban the Weapon X, I want to ban the Sentinel, I want to ban the Captain Britain, the Zola. I think I just take out the Sentinel though, because he can be a pain on defense for me too. Okay, so he banned some of my toughest defenders with Thing and Penny out of the way there, but... let's see what he ends up drawing. Enchantress can be very annoying. Ooh. I think I definitely pick up Scorpion for the Enchantress. I want to take up both Carolina. You know what? No, I'm going to take up Carolina and Jean here because I can totally just Jean down the Enchantress if I need to. Yeah, and I safeguard myself against Yelena, who's also an extremely tough defender in this meta because she reduces a lot of the damage. Yeah, we just pick up Nico and Yelena there. Yelena, he picked up his gene as well. That's not great. Okay, Dust, interesting. I would have gone for the Weapon X, but Dust is an interesting one. Definitely want my Bastion now. I think here we take Onslaught and Fam, because Fam does a little bit of a sneaky thing on defense where he's able to, you know, power drain you pretty regularly and put that debuff or the power detonation passive, which makes sure that you need to throw a special attack. I don't need the... Do I want the Deathless Thanos? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to take the Deathless Thanos, prevent the Nico from going on defense. Just make him hold on to it, I guess. Alright, he throws down the Zola. We're just going to throw down the Fam. I think here... Oh, we have our Carolina. Yeah, we just go for Carolina. Absolutely wreck this fight. With Carolina, it's pretty simple. We just want to build it to an SP2 and then GG's. But we do have to build up there completely by our natural power gain. We cannot build up via any combat hits. So it does slow down the fight a little bit, but if you can play in the sunlight, it doesn't take too long, I would say. Okay, now I kind of want to bait out this SP1 so I don't have to take the dot damage from the SP2. Stay in the sunlight here for this heavy charge. Oh, okay, that was such a BS parry, but okay. Charge the heavy attack. Go for the SP2. These Incinerate should just finish him off. Okay, yeah, that was such a dumb parry. That we got totally screwed over by AI there. Oh, but okay, but Fam, hidden defender there, Fam. He absolutely wrecked his gene, I guess. He did not have a fun time with that fight, but that parry should not have happened. I mean, those kind of things that the AI does, I don't know. I think the AI 2.0 fix needs to come sooner rather than later because those parries should not be happening. Here, I think we just throw down our Onslaught. He doesn't have a great option for that. We don't have a great option for his Dust either, though, so don't exactly want to throw down. Don't want to see that, to be fair. And puts down Thanos. Okay, we'll just Nico that. Even with Nico, though, I will say this fight takes a little bit longer because it's not like Hulking where he just generates a whole bunch of buffs. I think here he probably goes. He must go for Nico. His Nico. Or no, he might actually go for Dust here. Not really sure. Enchantress. Okay, well this guy's probably just AFK at this point. From the looks of that last fight, he did rage quit. So, alright, we just win this fight. Say GG's and go next. I do really like Nico for Deathless Thanos. I mean, she's purpose built for this fight, so. I do want to build up to my SP1 as quickly as possible here, though, so I can put that halt on him and refresh. Well, I missed the refresh on the buff immunity. It did not last nearly long enough. But we did get the halt debuff off, so, or the halt passive, so we can just push into him here. Do need to bait out the SP2. And then we should be able to just go for an SP2 to end this. To bait out another SP2. Come on. Perfect. Then we just go for the SP2, put on the buff immunity and the acid burn. And the acid burn should just finish him off here. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a longer fight, not a perfect Nico fight. Obviously, there's a lot of room for improvement on that, but she's a great option there. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy just AFK'd, so we will go for our final match of the day. Okay, and for our final matchup here, we have the Stellar Starlord profile. Not sure what that name is, to be honest. But let's see what the deck has to offer. Okay, I think I'm gonna focus on the rank 4s. Definitely taking out that Zola. Yeah, I think we just banned these 3. Yep, okay. Solid bans. I think we should have this, hopefully. We'll just win these 3 and get the objectives. Rank up a little. Penny again. I really want to show off my Penny, but nobody lets me. Takes up Sentinel here. I'm gonna have to get a good count of that. Okay, well, Carolina and Deathless Thanos it is. He's gonna need to pick up his Wolf or Nico to take on that Deathless Thanos. I think I'm just gonna take Kushala and Scorpion. Yeah. Scorpion gives me a lot of versatility with 3 debuffs. And I should finish any fight at a full yellow bar due to that. Is Petrify. Okay, goes from Maestro and Jean. Yeah, we definitely pick up Bastion here, and we take up Nico. Great counters to both of those picks. He does. Okay, he picks up the Wolf and Kushala. He does have some good options for my Deathless Thanos now. I do need some defender. I do need a defender here. I think we pick up Domino and just force him to use Sentinel on offense. We don't really want him to throw that down on defense now. Okay, it goes for Maestro. We don't have great defenders here, but I think we just throw down Deathless Thanos. He's gonna go for the Wolf, but the protection on Deathless Thanos should give me enough time to nuke this fight down with Nico. So he doesn't have any protection breaking mechanics, so I think I should just have to race him here, and this is just a race. Both have good options. It's just who can ever get their fights down faster, but I do have a rank 4 up against a rank 3 here, so I think I have the upper edge. Just really need to get to that SP1 fast before the buff immunity expires. Oh, that's not good. Oof, just in time we get to throw that out. Alright, and the buff immunity is still on. Put up as many acid burns as we can here. Should give us enough for our SP2. Put down the SP2. This should buff immune everything. And the acid burns just moving down. Okay, pretty solid fight, but there's a good chance that the Wolf does a lot of damage here. Oh, okay. Whew. The longer this goes on, the safer we feel. So let's see finish the fight in the next like 5 seconds here. I think we've got this one. Okay, I think we're pretty safe on this round 1. Yeah, you finish it with high health. It's just Deathless Thanos protection coming in clutch there and stalling out the fight. Okay, now for round 2. I don't have a great defender, but I think I might just throw Domino down, force the Sentinel out, and then I don't think he'll have a great defender for round 3, even if I lose. Oh, he's going for Sentinel. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We just Carolina this, right? He's not immune to Incinerate. I was going for Jean Grey. Jean Grey does do things very, very fast, but I don't think he can outspeed my Carolina here. I guess we'll find out. I want to stay in the sunlight as much as possible, build up that power. Blocking that for the sake of speed. Here we just drop the SP2 and that should be enough to just, yeah, incinerate him. Literally. And that is a 36-second fight. I think that should just do it. I think we just win on that. Because Domino's going to do some damage to Jean, although she will mitigate it heavily with her shield. So, actually, if he finishes at a full heal bar, no, okay, very good. 51,000, GG's, Master. We'll hit him with the Captain America emote. And yeah, that was just 3 quick BG matches in this meta. Let me know if you guys want to see some more BG gameplay. Really would like to show off the Penny, but I guess she got banned too much. So, for now, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the good buttons, and I will see you in the next one.